You're the Terran player. What do you think Strelok's mentality is going to game number 3?
Okay, so Strelok is a very timing-oriented Terran. I mean, whenever I watch him, I always look to see how his timings actually suit up, where he's allocating his SCVs. That's probably the most important thing when watching a timing-oriented player, is how they're actually getting their resources, how efficient they're getting their upgrades. Antigua Shipyard is definitely an interesting map. It has the capacity to do a lot of timings, but it also, isn't the best. I feel like Shattered Temple is a much better map for that, although I don't know what their vetoes were. So that ViBe could have easily vetoed that out. But still, I feel like there are other timing maps that are incorporated in the NASL map pool that are a lot better for timings.
We'll see how both players choose to play out based off that knowledge. Strelok is your red Terran in the top right corner, walling off with his barracks.
Hold on. Say it again.
Strelok is, you're doing it, aren't you? Strelok from FXO is your red Terran in the top right corner. You can let go now.
It's been getting so popular.
It is become popular. And then you do like the slow zoom one.
Yeah, I can't do that because I disabled my mouse wheel.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we do have ViBe, the green Zerg.
Oh, I went the other way.
Nice little view from the backside of a hatchery, which is of course a very ugly side indeed. We can see why Blizzard tilted the hatchery in that direction. There's a lot of pimples and stuff. Look, oh, it's so gross. Oh, so nasty, man. It's like looking at Andre back in middle school.
How dare you? I kept very good care of my skin. Thank you very much.
Sure, man. Asians have naturally pretty good skin.
Yeah, they do.
Generally speaking.
Yeah. Except for you. You need a little bit of makeup.
That's true. I could use, man. I always yell at Morgan. I'm on the right side of the cast. I wish I can get my good side. My left side is my best side.
I know. I always said that about you.
Aw. That's so mean. Why is everyone so mean
Truth
to me?
hurts, son. Truth hurts.
ViBe. Oh, thank you, Morgan. He says every side's my good side. ViBe is on the left side, so I guess by that definition, he's on my good side. But we'll see how he actually chooses to play this out. He is going for the same build he did in game number 2, hatchery pool. So Strelok looks like he's opening very standard again. Hellion, no doubt, going to start that reactor in just a moment.
Yeah, and ViBe is going for the gasless route. So he's going back to sort of the first trial, game number 1. Now this is a much better map to do it on.
Yeah.
Antigua Shipyard doesn't have nearly as big of a, I guess, an opening for the natural. Yes, there is still a way to go behind and get Hellions to just run around and be annoying, but you have that ramp to block things off. And one Spinecrawler can actually attack multiple areas rather than, just having your Hellions skirt around.
Good SimCity can really defend or deflect any kind of harass early on from Terran. Just even placing, we've seen Zerg place an Evo Chamber, even go 4 Queen sometimes on this map. Just to hold it, or even 3 Queen, depending on how well you can manage your Queen positioning. Strelok immediately placing the command stone on the low ground. So he's going to save a little bit of time off there, for the most part, sticking to his game plan. Now, how many Hellions is he going to make out of this this factory? He's made 4 in the past.
The super standard is 6. 4 is a little bit too little, where Zerglings can easily just do a ton of damage and surround them. They just don't output enough damage to kill a huge mass of them. So the standard is 6. Aid is pushing it. You're getting to a region where you're kind of showcasing your build, and you're kind of light in siege tank switches. So a lot of times people just say, okay, you're doing some sort of Hellion
Marauder,
Hellion Marine, something like that. In which case you would just get a couple roaches and Zerglings. You don't have to really go anything else. But if it's siege tanks, you have to kind of switch it up and say, okay, I need tech for myself, whether it's +1/+1, whether it's Spire tech. It's something. You need to be able to punish the slow mobility of the Terran.
Jock is following up with 2 more barracks, as well as fast stim. Very similar build to what he did in game number 1. Hellion's not really committing to anything, just trying to deny any attempt to sneak a 3rd, waiting for those other 2 Hellions to meet up. Now, ViBe doesn't have that much really to defend. He's got a Queen on the ramp just in case, but that one Spinecrawler, is it enough to really cover every area?
Oh, he has the second one.
Oh, he does he? Oh, it's on the way. Yeah, I didn't see it.
It's hiding from you. That's
yeah, it was. It's sneaky, man.
I know.
And Strelok doesn't know about it either. It's so sneaky that, in fact, Strelok doesn't know he might run into it.
Well, Strelok only has, is it 3 Hellions? Is that correct?
He has 4.
Where's his 4th one?
The last one's hiding from you.
There it is. I found it. When you have 4 Hellions, you're not going to push forward. If you lose these Hellions, it loses map control. It loses the ability to deny thirds. It gives the Zerg a really nice capacity to drone up a lot faster than you and get a big macro lead. So going to 4 Hellions, you're probably not going to try to commit that. You still need them for later engagements if you want to do some sort of timing, especially punishing thirds like this. ViBe's getting his 3rd, so that will be a key for Strelok to say, okay, I need to do some sort of medevac drop or something along those lines to punish your opponent for taking so much space early in the game.
And ViBe now has that space, considering the Hellions are in the center of the map.
ViBe, not yet. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying ViBe's getting upgrades, and he just feels a little bit more peace, but he's making more Zerglings. Now, you're saying not necessarily. I was just saying, at least the Hellions aren't outside his natural. Deny creep tumors. That's
well,
usually
it's
what they
still
do.
a situation where, just think of like TVP. If Protoss takes a really fast 3rd Nexus, you're like,
here
oh, well, you're dead. You're dead.
Protoss gets 3rd Nexus, you're dead no matter what,
No,
right?
no, I mean the Protoss is dead.
Because
okay.
I thought
if you
it was
get
a
it
very
super,
thinly veiled balance one.
if you get it super early, you cannot defend against these medevac drops. It's just impossible. And here we go.
The Marines stem forward, trying to pick off those Roaches. Now, Roaches don't have speed or anywhere near it. Layer's only about halfway done, so ViBe will lose these Roaches. In fact, I think he could just turn around and try to fight, but he just managed to save 2. One's pretty much useless unless he can engage.
And he can't let him get position. Great position for Strelok. Again, just like game number 1.
Oh.
But can ViBe do something about it? We'll see.
Well, this time he's got Hellions also to aid against the Zerglings. The Queen's trying to pick off some of those medevacs, but Strelok getting in a very good position. Now sending his medevacs in the back. And ViBe, his Queens are also blocking the Roaches from being able to engage. Strelok not focusing some of the units, or he's just trying to focus on the Queens instead. Strelok does end up picking up, but he did kill a lot of units and force ViBe a lot of larvae.
I think a better investment of the time for those Queens would have been to target down the medevacs. You actually have a lot longer range. I think it's 7 range. Is that right? 9 range, excuse me. No, 7 range. Okay.
9 range?
I was like 9 damn. I saw 9. I was like
9 range. You can go against Colossi.
I was like,
it's like, why did they ever smash Queens against Colossus, man? Even
trained. 9. Look at that. It's like 9 damage. Okay. Potato. Anyway. You can actually have your Queens not obstructing the place. You have that one Queen that actually died that had transfused. You're in a much better position. Unfortunately for ViBe, he didn't do that. I think he lost a lot more than he should have. And more importantly, he has these medevacs around the field that shouldn't be around there.
And Strelok, did he prepare a 3rd? Yeah, he's actually about finished with it. +1 about to finish as well. ViBe pretty much doing the same build he did in game number 1. Infestors are the order of the day. And Infestor laying Ultra is a really good composition on this map. In fact, Stefano loves playing this kind of style on this map. DRG likes it on Antigua as well. So it's a very good composition, but ViBe is not as comfortable as he'd like, considering, again, he's not as far economically ahead as he could be.
Yeah, the big thing about Ultras these days that we've seen from the Stefano style is Antigua Shipyard has that center of the map that's normally really strong. Well, if I go Ultras and really fast upgrades, then I might be in a position where I can just 3-way flank you. What is this?
A push down center, and he lets him get up, but the tank does get surrounded momentarily. Strelok, prime position to take out this 3rd, and again, ViBe.
Beautiful
letting the Marines get up the ramp is definitely not what you want to do here, Andre. Oh, the drones are under fire as well. Yikes.
This is the type of timing I was talking about, though. This is hitting right before Infestors are out.
Yeah.
Now, Strelok had little indication to know this was coming, but, well, wow.
Ooh, that's a big chunk of units. But he might lose a couple Infestors. The Marines are on hot pursuit.
Yep.
And nice. I mean, he gets an Infestor as well, keeping ViBe down to 2 base while he has his 3rd.
Not looking good for ViBe. He is going to hit 2-2 right now, but unfortunately for him, he doesn't have the 3-3 mass that he's normally used to. He could do a 2-base all-in at this point, but I don't think that will be too
it's not good.
Too profitable. Yeah. Bad equity.
I mean, that's terrible trades, man. Terrible trades. But we do see Strelok setting up a pretty good fortified camp here. getting up a couple bunkers, supply depot, a turret, just to make it harder for Zerg to move around and make him be a little bit more inefficient with his units if he's not controlling it properly. ViBe has infestors, but he doesn't have a lot of energy stockpiled. At best, he's got half energy in reserve. I feel like Strelok is just playing it very well. I mean, at this point, he's just doing the small things to get ahead. It's very MVPs. Like, it's just, you know, moving out at standard times, picking out where Zerg is weakest, and then just grabbing advantages little by little.
Exactly. Hive Tech is on the way. Again, similar to game number 1. He's looking to get those upgrades. Now it looks like ViBe is mounting an assault at the third base. If he can catch all these Marines and Siege Tanks out of position, he might be able to get a little bit of damage done here, but it's still going to be tough.
Oh, he lands a good fungal on the Marines on the low ground, and we do see that Strelok doesn't have the medevacs in position. The tank does get taken out, and a lot of SCVs are under fire.
Great.
The infestors are pretty vulnerable, though.
Great positioning by those Marines.
Wow.
He spread them out perfectly. The infestors weren't able to do enough damage. In the meantime, those Marines in the top left-hand side of ViBe's base are doing serious work. Not looking good for ViBe. Not looking good for my prediction.
ViBe is teching up to Spire, but this spawning pool is under fire as well. Does manage to save it, but I think Strelok has all the information he needs. He sees the hive, he knows exactly what ViBe is up to, sees the shimmering spawning pool, says, okay, well, you know, he was preparing for some kind of hive switch, but ViBe doesn't have any of the infestors. He's down to just 48 drones and 32 lings as the only units onto the field.
Yeah, that's a big problem. I don't think ViBe is in agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Understatement of the year, man.
How dare you? How dare you?
You're saying that a lot this cast, man. You're actually starting to sound offended. I'm sorry, Andre. I didn't mean to be
I'm so offended by you.
ViBe is down with 90 supply to 155. Strelok is supply block, but no problemo. He's got enough army here to take on whatever ViBe's can throw at him. He's making some infestors, but he's not going to really have anything beyond one fungal. Strelok's spreading out very nice here in a good linear formation, keeping his tank spread as ViBe. Could be the last strings played for his exit out.
Maybe if ViBe had a 3-3 advantage over a 0-0, he would be able to kill this. No, even that, he doesn't have enough lings.
I mean, ViBe, he's waiting for Greater Spire, but he still has no time to really prepare. Strelok is going to be knocking on the door way before he's able to really capitalize on that Greater Spire. We see Adrenal Glands also finishing up, so Strelok picking a very great time. His timings this game have been impeccable, as Strelok is just using the Marines as another way to pressure this third base.
Yep, curtain calls for ViBe. 100 supply to 170. ViBe is making a couple of Broodlords, literally a couple, 2 on the map.
And, I mean, those 2 Broodlords would be great if he had Infestor energy, but he's forced to really use them just to stall for time. And the Infestor is taking so much damage, has to be so cautious. ViBe loses the third again. His drones are trying to evacuate, but there's nowhere to run. Strelok has a complete clamp onto the Zerg base.
2 Broodlords.
Oh, GG.
Might change the deal.
Oh, that's GG for Strelok, man. 2 Broodlords onto the field. There's no answer, no Vikings.
I'm sorry, they're not Protoss units. That's going to be curtains for ViBe.
How salty are you, man? I'm just so mad because he plays Protoss and that's his highest MMR account.
No, dude. No, that actually is completely false.
Okay.
Completely false.
I'm sure.
How dare you?
Strelok is forced onto the retreat.
You're just lie after lie tonight, Frodan.
Lie? Are you kidding me? You're playing like high up people. You're #1 rank in Masters. What's your other account rank in Masters?
My other...
It's like 13.
No, it's not.
It's like 14.
It's
you
like,
don't even have the nice
It's like second. I was first for a while, bro. How dare you?
Wow. So insecure, man. So insecure. Strelok is almost maxed against ViBe, who just cracked triple digits. His infestors do manage to catch some of the units, but again, Strelok has just so much. He's cleaned up a lot of creep as well. ViBe doesn't have a lot of speed advantage that he usually had with his infestors. He has to be really cautious. If he pokes too far, he's going to take a lot of damage, almost to the point of no return.
What is that paper that you have?
The paper says that was the 10th dude of the night from Andre.
Oh, me saying
Andre,
dude.
man, 10 dudes in one night.
Well, I usually say dude when I'm very... Oh, big engagement right here. No, it's over.
Wow, yeah, I mean, the Fungals do
nice.
kill off a lot of units.
Holy
Those
crap.
are very good.
How did you do that, ViBe?
His fungals have been very good. I mean, Andre, that's why he can't call to it. The Vikings now cleaning up Broodlords. ViBe has been so cost efficient. In fact, his infestors want to go give a kiss to the tanks. But Strelok, man, his reinforcements may just be too much. ViBe is running low on energy, and ViBe, he was at 100 supply, now down to 70. Strelok slowly strangling out our Zerg here. And ViBe has almost no income. Look at his main fish.
I just want you to know that I only said dude.
He's still thinking about
when
that.
I'm very, very salty.
Oh, so salty, man. They can make a new flavor out of you. Instead of sea salt and vinegar, you know how that's super salty? They make Andre Hengchua as a layer.
And vinegar. You forgot the vinegar.
I did. I said sea salt and vinegar, man.
Yeah, but you didn't say Andre Hengchua and vinegar.
Whatever, man. Whatever. Strelok is moving out. He's got +3 now. Almost done for armor. He's already at +3 weapons. And ViBe, his advantage.
does have the +3 carapace for 20 seconds. 25 seconds.
Yes, for the remainder of seconds. But Strelok keeping his advantage and keeping the pressure on. Basically, it's like that point wow, GG with the Zergling. So we see Strelok takes the series 2-1. Eugene Oparashev. I'm so sorry, Strelok. I can't say your name, man.
It's all right. You can't say anybody's last names. Anyway, congratulations to Strelok. He's going to take it 2-1 over Mr. ViBe, Dan Sherlong. Dan Chow. Thank you so much.
It's Cho, actually.
Chow. How do you spell it?
C-H-O.
There's no U? Yeah.
There's a U at the end. But it's Zhou in Chinese. Thank you for asking, man. You should know, man. You know a little bit of Chinese.
I don't know any Chinese.
Strelok pulling it out with some very strong. He picked the perfect moments to move out and capitalize against ViBe when he was most vulnerable, and that's what you need to do in a TVZ.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, you want to say it?
I wanted to say something. No, I want to say something.
Be nice.
You know, one of the coolest things about that game is the persistent battles that Strelok had over his opponent. You know, when you're going that infestor style, if you can get a lot of trades, it's actually a lot better because the weaker you can get. Okay, how to explain this? They're always trying to get to that hive tech. No, this is what happens.
Yeah.
They're always trying to get to that hive tech. And if they can get there with full infestor energy, that means they can explode with those infestors. If they don't have full energy, they have to constantly keep producing infestors, and hopefully they start to bank up in that energy. If they have no energy, well, there's a huge timing. That's what happened. I mean, he didn't even have infestors out in the field. Yeah. Strelok was able to get great position in between the Vespene Geyser and the hatchery, and that was curtain calls for Mr. ViBe.
Congratulations to Strelok as he receives $150 and moving up in the standing.